Welcome back to the BSN channel. Today we're going to do a video concerning police brutality where we go over quotes and we just talk about what we think of them and express our opinion on the very left or right, I'm not sure, but on my left I have my mother. Please introduce yourself.
Abna.
And my brother in the middle, Michael. And I'm Charlie, also known as Kwame. So we all know what's happened with the protests recently. I don't think we need to go too much into that. But first of all, I just want to say a special rest in peace to George Floyd. Let's get into the video. D.H. Lawrence says, one could laugh at the world better if it didn't mix tender kindliness with its brutality. Now, do you agree with one could laugh at the world better if it didn't mix tender kindness with brutality, or is that just the way of life? Because I think it's the way of life.
Yeah, it's how life is, isn't it?
I think I could laugh at the world mixing pain and beauty anyway. So, to reiterate, in terms of brutality, you wouldn't know what is brutal without knowing what is good. So there's always going to be good and bad. You're never going to avoid this. There's always someone who's going to die at the wrong hands of someone evil. As long as it doesn't represent the whole nation, which it doesn't. What do you think, Mum?
Yeah, I think what happened was a very bad brutality. But it all depends. We just want the whole nation to be aware that Black lives matter. It does really, really matter. So rest in peace, George Floyd. Because if this didn't happen in a daylight or for daybreak for everybody to see, I don't think all this demonstration would have gone on, because it's been mounting for years and years. I think it's about time they put stop to this once and for all. And I hope it does work, or the head of the states or the global be aware. Every country should be aware. We are blacks. It wasn't our fault. Our color has to be like this. So we are born like this, and others were born with different color. So black color, pink color, yellow color, blue color. We are all, as long as we are breathing, we are all human beings. So all this business about racism, I think it's about time they knock it on the head. Because we blacks are not going nowhere. We are still about. We are going to live until that kingdom come, to be honest. So
Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the whole Black Lives Matter. I'm more about all lives matter. I have the opinion that racism is, no offense, it's just a redundant topic. Like, in today's age, are we still looking at color? Like, are we that primitive? Like, are we that shallow? Like, that's just my opinion. I think it's kind of dumb, and please forgive my French, I'm just saying my opinion. You can say it of me as well. I just think it's like, in today's age, why are we even talking about yellow, purple, and black? And it's like, I just expect way more intelligence. I mean, do squirrels do this? Do dogs do that? Different breeds of dogs discriminate against other dogs?
They probably do.
Bottom line is, it's bad what happened to George. Rest in peace, but let's not make this a distraction from the fact that we're already in the pandemic. Don't be distracted. Keep your emotion in check. This and the media focusing on this, for you to focus on this, is not a coincidence. What do you think, bro?
Social distancing should also be thought about when it comes to all of the protesting. Mainly because, well, Corona hasn't exactly just left the world. It may feel that way, but it's definitely here to stay for X amount of time. So it's important that everyone sticks to what we've been learning over the pandemic last couple months, and hopefully the protest will end soon. I don't want it to go too long because it can invite the wrong people. You know, people already getting their shops burgled.
Well, has that been happening?
Luton, over in
Everywhere.
America, yeah. But people are supporting it for the wrong reasons, rather than the right reasons. So
How would you compare this to the London riots that happened less than 10 years ago?
No difference.
it's brutal.
No
Yeah,
difference.
that was brutal. I do have a different perspective because I was younger then. Now I'm older now, and seeing the riots that happened in Minneapolis. How do you feel about people instead of going to the police officer because you're angry with the police? Instead of going to the police to start the war, you go against your own community, burning down
Yeah,
home local stores.
shops that are not tied with corporations and stuff like that.
Like you said before, it's not everybody with a good intention just doing protests. Some people using this as an advantage to, root the place, other shops, and stealing,
Exactly.
breaking things, burning things. So, peace process, protest would have been better.
Like the way they've been doing it mostly in London, when John Boyega, is it that Finn actor? Is he called Finn?
The Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Boyega or something like that.
Yeah.
We saw the emotion in his voice, and it's quite nice to see him out. You know, he's a famous guy. Came from Peckham, not far from where I was born. It's nice to see also a lot of Caucasian white people standing up for. I see more white people there than black people. It actually shows how we've integrated as a society, as different races. Race, I feel like it's a scapegoat, especially at this time with a pandemic. It's just a distraction. I hate to say it, police brutality has always been going on.
But
Real racism is always
This is probably what the
hidden.
biggest. It's probably the biggest like.
It shouldn't happen again. I hope this
Protest
is
that's
the
ever
last,
come, you
to
know
be
what I mean?
honest, because
How do you? Sorry.
Well, me, mum.
Well, both of you will have to finish. Starting with them.
yeah, my last word is I hope the society, especially the governments all over the world, in particular, and then the police, is learn their lesson, or they are learning their lesson from this. And I hope this is going to be lesson learned. That's what I can say about it, because we are not keeping quiet anymore.
I'm going to do one more quote to do with police brutality. Because I had one here and it was to provoke because, David A. Clark Jr. said, there is no police brutality.
Wow.
We're going to ignore that one. Mike Coulter says, there is no book to figure out how to become a victim of police brutality. Meaning we're not really prepared. We should be prepared for police brutality. Don't you think?
Well,
We don't expect it.
Like psychologically,
if people are going to be put into situations where, let's say for example George Floyd, the police officer, then clear as day, no one's really advised about it because he didn't expect himself to just die in that situation.
He wasn't expecting.
yeah.
And
true.
he did. So if everyone had advice about it, they'd probably be keeping away from police, hiding more than anything.
Yeah, because real racism is hidden, isn't it? You never really know if someone's truly racist. Even with what's going on, you're just encouraging people to either stop being racist or to hide themselves more. And that's all I have to say about this.
Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Peace.